Interesting how a band singing all about getting baked off your nut is called Sleep. We call that a good name choice. 15 years after dropping what many deem to be their magnum opus, Dope Smoker, pummeling potheads Sleep returned from training with ancient bong lords around the globe and increased their mental high to levels where they are literally floating outside our planet now. The Sciences is the equivalent of having both my ears sawed off, but in a good way. Stoner rock and metal is known for dragging on with repeating guitar riffs and steady tempos, but Sleep have always taken this to a doomy level by making everything feel as if it's been slowed down in Sony Vegas, except without the choppy audio stream, and replacing that with guitars that buzz and rumble so fiercely I sat in my chair genuinely terrified. But it's not a terrifying album, I would like to say. It's meant to be EPIC, and indeed it is EPIC, beginning with an abrasive title track akin to this giant dismal machine revving up its engines, ready to absolutely tear the ground to shreds before it rockets off into the sky. But not before we hear a faint audio clip of some fella hitting the bong as track 2 leaps into play, sporting guitar solos that get even a well-behaved suburban Christian white boy like me feeling a little bit dazed myself. I kid, I'm not white. What I particularly like about track 3, Sonic Titan, is that its title is absolutely no bloody lie whatsoever, with thick walls of guitars chugging harder than the local drink funneling club on Milk Bottle Mondays. On Geezer Butler, I almost got whiplash from how much I was flailing my head around to the sound of those crispy cymbal crashes. I'm also sure there are drums on the rest of the album too. If you've ever wanted to hear Sleep get full on psych, then treat yourself to The Botanist, the closing track where that menacing guitar solo gets up close and personal, it's borderline unhygienic, and the rest of the instrumental decides maybe it'd like to get a bit of rest for the night. I imagine this album sounding very samey to many, which is a funny image if you picture the band playing the same riff again and again like a Windows error because they're greening out too much. But truthfully, this album is just one ridiculously and unfairly fantastic, hypnotic ride from start to end, which sounds like a cliched phrase to describe music until you're actually in that moment, and then it doesn't sound so foolish at all. 8 out of 10.